story has a beginning, but not all have an ending. In a village where no one could die, one woman brought death into the world. And that is how death came into the world. Not as a curse, but as a choice. A choice made by one woman who could no longer watch others suffer forever. In the beginning, there was a village called Mo, a quiet place surrounded by red earth, whispering trees, and endless life. Here, no one died. At first, it felt like a miracle. People lived long, joyful lives. Families grew and never had to say goodbye. But time kept moving. Bodies grew old, wrinkled, weak, and tired. Yet life refused to leave them. The elders who had lived for centuries could no longer walk or speak. Some could not even open their eyes. But still, they lived. And among the villagers was a woman named Morayo. She was not the oldest, but she saw what others refused to see. Every day, she walked through the village, watching suffering that had no end. Morayo had a mother, a woman so old no one remembered when she was born. She lay on a mat, her body fragile, her breath shallow, her eyes filled with silent pain. Morayo would sit beside her, holding her hand, waiting, hoping for something that never came, an end. But in Mo, no one spoke of such things, because in that village, death was forbidden. One evening, the villagers gathered. Voices rose and tension filled the air. Food was scarce, space was gone, patience was breaking, and Morayo finally spoke. "This is not life. This is suffering." The crowd fell silent. Then they called her dangerous. They told her to be silent. They said she was speaking against the order of the world. But Morayo had already seen too much. That night, she sat beside her mother again. The air was still. The silence was heavy. Her mother could not speak, but her suffering spoke louder than words. Morayo leaned closer and whispered, "If death does not exist, I will find it." At dawn, she left the village, alone. No one followed her. No one stopped her. Because deep down, they were afraid of what she might bring back. Morayo walked through endless paths, under a burning sun, and into a forest that felt alive. The trees stood tall, blocking the light, whispering secrets she could not understand. The wind moved strangely, leaves danced without reason, shadows shifted when nothing moved. Still, she continued, step by step, through fear, through doubt, through the unknown. At night, the darkness closed in. It felt like something was watching her, but she did not run because her purpose was stronger than her fear. By the third day, the forest disappeared. Before her was a land without life. The sky was grey, the air was heavy, the world was silent. And then it appeared, a figure made of shadow, tall, still, watching, the keeper of the end. A voice echoed around her. "Why have you come?" Morayo stood tall. "My people are suffering. We live, but we cannot die. I have come to ask for death." The spirit was silent. Then it spoke again. "Death is not a gift. It is a balance. If I give it to your people, it will never leave. It will take the old, the young, the strong, the innocent, everyone." Morayo's heart trembled, her mind filled with doubt. Then she remembered her mother, her pain, her endless suffering. Morayo closed her eyes and made her choice. "Give it to us." The spirit raised its hand. From the darkness, a calabash appeared. Inside it was something alive, something waiting. Morayo took it, and the spirit vanished. She ran, faster than she had ever run, through forest, through dust, through fear, until she reached Mo. The villagers gathered, watching her, afraid. Morayo said nothing. She walked straight to her mother and knelt beside her. Tears filled her eyes. Then slowly, She opened the calabash, the wind exploded, darkness spread, the sky trembled, and for the first time, someone stopped breathing. Her mother was gone, peacefully, finally at rest. But then, someone else fell, and another, and another. Panic spread. Fear took over. The village changed forever, and Morayo stood still, watching what she has done. And that is how death came into the world, not as a curse, but as a choice made by one woman who could no longer watch others suffer forever. Stories like this are not just told, they are remembered. If this story stayed with you, don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.